Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 248 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and the White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. How are you tonight?
I'm feeling like I need a life alert. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, my goodness. We will talk about that. Uh, the elephant in the room here. Got a great show for everybody today. We're going to do racing recap. We are going to check out a new segment, this or that, and we'll talk about the life alert.
he
And
needed
then,
one.
oh my goodness, and then we'll finish the show with King's Court, and then whatever else happens. I think I have the Panini Instant, the only one up. We can talk about that, but I want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, and of course our shout outs. Actually, let me go back. Wow, we had a new subscriber on, I guess. Oh, I had moved it up, but I lost it. There it is. All right. New Rumble subscriber, PoorDems. So
I like
thank,
it.
yeah, thanks for subscribing to the show. And if you really like the show, subscribe. We'll give you your own special shout out. And of course, if you do want to shout out folks, comment in Jason Freeman, Matt Pienta, Kyle Katz, Randy McDonald, Race Dude, Scott Boys, Mike H, Mark Travesso, Rip It Racing Breaks, and IndyCar Cards. Thanks for the Rumble and YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them.
Very lively chat.
Yes. Also, need to give them some homework here is to let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. We're trying to make sure we're focusing on what everybody likes and replace what you guys don't like. So your
Mhm.
comments would be greatly appreciated, positive, negative. So we would really love the honest feedback here. We're pushing almost 250 shows, so we're
Wow.
trying to, yeah. So we're trying to change with the times. Again, we love and appreciate everybody watching the show. We want to give you what you guys want to see. So, and girls,
Yep.
did I miss anything, Logan?
No, I think you did fine.
Okay. All right. And next product, the 2025 Panini Select releases. Check today. We're still slated for the 27th. Here looks like 2 weeks. Yes. Hobby is looking at about 120 a box. We're going to get two autos, one mem, so three hits. Our NASCAR radio meter is $40 a hit, but you're also going to get 12 parallels in that box. So,
Well, if 2025 Select is anything like 2024 Select, it's going to be great because I love that. That's my favorite 2024 product is Select. I have done so well with it. I've had a lot of good hits, a lot of you know what we've had a lot of. We love gold. There you go.
that is a big set. That is probably the biggest set I can remember at 300 cards.
Yeah, since probably the Max days.
Yeah, yeah. Press Pass, I think, had that 2009 maybe had Series 1, Series 2, but it's a big one. And I think they had the three different levels. So the have the high numbers that are short printed and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think it's
the
got a little bit for
trackside.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. So 2 weeks, fingers crossed. We get hopefully they will get caught up.
I'd like to see everything get released this year in the same freaking calendar year. I doubt it's going to happen, but we can only hope.
Well, we'll see. We got a few releases this year, so it's already going to be the end of August. So
Yeah, we've still got that new release too.
yes, yes, yes. See how that goes. Anything else before we get going here?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think we've had anything super huge go on this week.
Yeah, nothing is we're not going to talk about tonight. So, all
Yeah. Yeah.
right, let's go to racing recap.
All
All
right.
right.
We like that graphic. That's nice.
Yep. Yep. Over in the Craftsman Truck Series, that was race number 17, and that was the Mission 176 at the Glen, Friday, August 8th. Watkins Glen International. Corey Heim was our winner. Highest finished rookie was Gio Ruggiero at position 3. And Corey Heim's first cards, we've talked about him. He's got, I think, it was a couple wins there. 6 wins, actually, in the series. He's the next one is Lane Riggs at 2 wins. So,
Jeez.
yeah, I knew he was dominant. Didn't realize he was doing that well. So, of course, he has some of the other guys come down and from the other series and take some wins away from him. But anyway, his first cards in 2022 Dunruss. He has a base card there. He's a rated rookie in that and had the printing plates and the signature series. Also in 2022 Panini Chronicles, clearly Donruss, Magnitude, Obsidian Autographs, Pinnacle Autographs, Select was in that as well, and Select Autographs, and Spectra. He's also in 2022 Panini Prism, card number 6, with all of the parallels. He has autos there in Spotlight signatures, and he's also in 2022 Panini National Treasures, card number 108, as well as Rising Stars and Rookie Signatures. So they got the good stuff there.
I sure hope they've got him moving up soon to at least Xfinity.
Would think maybe wins the championship this year, then move him up. So if I think it was last year or the year before with him in Hocevar with all that stuff going on, kind of stymied his win. But
Yeah, I think so.
the time just keeps on. It goes by so quick, I lose track of the years. But uh, and Gio, he doesn't have any cards this year, and so far maybe select. So and next race number 18. That's going to be the Euro 250 at Richmond Raceway, Friday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Moving over to the Xfinity Series, that was race number 23, and that was the Mission 200 at the Glen, Saturday, August 9th at Watkins Glen International. And Connor Zilisch was our winner, and highest finished rookie was Connor Zilisch, position 1. So it was a
Oh,
double. Yeah. Uh, yes. And we've talked about Connor Zilisch's cards before. I think that was 5 wins for him. I thought he had 7. But uh, his card's 2024 Panini Instant card number 4 had a print run of only 230 cards for the base. There are parallels with the Jungle at 25, Jaguar at 10, White Tiger at 5, the Blue Viper at 1, and then also autographs with Jaguar to 10 and Blue Viper 101 autos back in 2024. So it's kind of pretty limited there with 230 or less.
yeah. I think I wish I'd bought more of them now.
Yeah, I mean with a 230 run, that's not too much. But anyway, and yeah, so he was highest finishing rookie as well. So he was putting on a clinic there. And next race number 24, that's the Wawa 250 at Daytona International Speedway, Friday, August 22nd at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, lucky Connor Zilisch for there to be an extra week to heal, which we'll talk about here more in a minute.
Yes. And then over at the Cup Series, race number 24 for them. Go bowling at the Glen, Sunday, August 10th. Watkins Glen International. Shane Van Gisbergen was our winner, and highest finisher rookie was also SVG. So we got back to back there. Oh, I still left that slide up. Um, so we had rookies winning in Xfinity and in Cup back to back. which I think they have done that like another week before too. So, but SVG, we've talked about his cards quite a bit here, being going for Rookie of the Year, and he had those V8 Supercar cards back in 2013, but then in 2024 last year, Dunruss had a rated rookie card number 100 with the and also card 190, and with the parallels for each of those and Burning Rubber relics. He's in 2024 Optic as well with both of those and Optic signatures. He's in Select 2024 card number 29, 129, and 229. I hope they do that again in 2025 with Select, keeping those same numbers. And then different parallels. Also in 2024, Panini Prism card number 87, and then you also have the driver card and the car card in 2024. Panini Prism with different parallels for each. He also has a Color Blast there and Sensational Signatures in Prism. Also in 2024, Panini National Treasures, card number 26, the different parallels and treasured moments there. So lots of SVG in 2024.
Yes, I think there's a lot of people having SVG fatigue. I'm not one of them. I'm a fanboy, so I'm happy. I'm glad to see this because what that means to me is that other drivers are not winning those races too. So it's bonus for me.
Yeah, just on touching on that with him coming in and kind of taking these road course wins. Chase Elliott comes to mind. He kind of snatching because he used to win at the Glen, and that's the one that comes to mind. So, but SVG is grabbing those, and he's not winning by a little bit either. He's doing very well.
Yeah, I think he won like by 11 seconds this past weekend.
Yeah, I think I remember turning the broadcast, and they're like, somebody thought they had a chance, and he's kind of playing with him. He was kind of the 1 and 2 were kind of close. Like I think SVG was just kind of playing him, making him think he had a shot, and then kind of pulled away. Pulled away. He was still holding some back. So
Yeah, those announcers kill me. They try to be optimistic, but I mean, there's being optimistic and then there's being unrealistic. And really, when they're being optimistic, they're being unrealistic because it, you know that whatever sport you're watching, that if there's a team that's blowing out the other team, you know they're not coming back. Although they try to make you think that it's possible for them
it,
to come back.
it is possible because we've had blown engines and blown tires. Larson comes to mind, like he blew that tire in that last turn. I don't know if it was Darlington or whatever it was, but so it does happen, but it's very rare, right? So like 99 out of 100, the outcome is pretty much predefined. But you get that one shot, you're just that Dumb and Dumber. So you tell me there's a shot.
Yeah, but like I would watch these football games and it'd be like the Patriots are winning by 30 points with 10 minutes left to go in the game. It's like no, the other team is not going to win. It's not going to happen no matter what you think or hope, Mr. Announcer. It's not going to happen.
Exactly. So all right. Um, Next race number 25. That's the Cookout 400 at Richmond Raceway, Saturday, August 5th, 16th at 7:30 p.m.
I love the night races at Richmond.
Yeah,
And since it's a 3/4 mile track, it's very unique to NASCAR. So I love the track. Maybe Misha's favorite Denny Hamlin will pull one out.
maybe. So we got a Friday night, Saturday night race.
Yep, be good.
All right, moving over to IndyCar. That was race number 16, and Will Power was our winner. And yeah, and his first cars, he actually was in that 2005 Formula out of, I think it was Czechoslovakia or something.
Yep.
those magazines. And then he also is in the 2012 Press Pass Legends. He has autographs there. In 2013 Press Pass Legends as well with a base card there. And so Legends got it right back then.
Yeah, they did. They really did. And you remember when I came to your house and we went over to the Press Pass office and I had some redemptions for the Will Power autograph and they actually redeemed them for me there. That was kind of cool.
That is always nice to get a door of service there.
Yeah, that was awesome. I got like card number one, the number one for my redemption because I got to pick. So I thought that was cool.
That is cool. And
Yeah.
then next race for them is last race, and that's going to be August 31st. So their season is wrapping up. It's hard to imagine that IndyCar would be done here in September. So they got a few months off
Oh yeah, man.
after this last one.
Yeah, they can go to Tahiti.
Hey, hey, if you don't have no time off, it's no good. But if you get some time off and you can work, that's even better. So
I'm out of here.
yeah, I'm sure the NASCAR, well, Xfinity guys are, they're going to take that week off and do stuff. So you ever
Oh yeah.
watch their Instagrams or whatever? They're all in Caribbean or whatever, taking advantage of that time off. So
Well, let's just hope that Austin Hill doesn't go swimming in the beach.
okay,
I'm not saying anything. Let's anyway.
all right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll keep on going here. I
I think
got the
somebody out there get it.
okay. I'm sure, but like I said, it kind of went over my head. I'm thinking about the next segment and everything else.
Got
So
it. All right.
I've got my just got
And
stuff going on.
nothing against Austin Hill. I just make it a little fun. That's all I'm doing.
Gotcha. All right, and keeping with, do I have it? There it is, right there. And let me bring that up here. Just doing the Panini Instant. We have one card that is still for sale, and that is the William Byron win card number 42 on the Panini Instant. So we got 2 days, 19 hours left. We're recording on Wednesday, so
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 I guess you're ordering that.
yes, I'm ordering that.
Yay.
There's a lot of them. So,
Oh boy.
but just want to let everyone know, keeping up with the on demand stuff. So, and all right. So we can try this or that if you want.
Let's go for it, man. I want to know about this or that thing that you're talking about.
All right. So this or that basically is two cards auction ending with similar values, and which one would you choose of the two? I don't think there is no right or wrong answer, but it shows you. So today's price point, it's like Price is Right, is about $211 for these two different cards. So I got a little jingle music here.
All right, here we go.
Would you do this or would you do that? Would you choose this or would you choose that? Let's play this or that.
All right.
All right. So today's this or that is the 88 Max Charlotte Richard Petty PSA 10 or a Donruss Downtown of Richard Petty.
I have to
And,
admit that I like both of those cards.
well, you can like both of them, but like I said, the Downtown was finished came in at 210, and the PSA 10 came in at 220. So roughly about the same price. And also they closed within, I don't know, it was a couple of days, July 30th and August 3rd.
There you go.
So
So, so which one would I like to have?
yeah.
Hmm. Well, I know what I would pick. I would pick the 88 Max PSA 10 all day long. That's just the old school guy in me. Because I love the King and I love that card.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you just because I I've seen that card a lot. I think it's one of those iconic cards. I can't think of the 88 Max set without thinking of that Richard Petty. That and the Earnhardt, I guess you would say. So I think it's iconic. So to me, plus it's in a PSA 10. Um, and those Petties have seen quite a bit. I think like raw $30 now or something.
Yeah, and I'm amazed, honestly, that they're still that low. To be honest with you.
Oh, really? Because remember, it seemed to be like $4. They were like $3 or $4 for a long time, and then all of a sudden, I guess pandemic, bam, they
Yeah,
just
but
jumped.
I think during the pandemic, though, I mean, we saw that card going for like $900,000. It was crazy. Of course, that was a time of crazy money where people were just throwing out all kinds of cash. Uh,
Well, I was
of
talking
course,
about like the raw card.
oh, okay, yeah.
The-
I was talking about the PSA 10, but yeah,
Oh, but yeah, you're right. You did see PSA 10s for like $50 or less, if I remember right. Before,
before the pandemic,
yeah.
and then things went nuts. But I do like the downtown. I like the way it looks. We've got Richard Petty's Mach 5 in the background. Um, but I think it's a pretty cool car. It's got his old school white fire suit. Um, so I do like the card, but that's planned scarcity there. And of course, we know there's no scarcity of 88 Max. I mean, what they make a million sets or whatever. Um, I mean,
It
literally.
seemed like it was a lot, but again in PSA 10, um, but yeah, it's a great looking card.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eventually get to that downtown card and buy one. But if you're, like I said, you're presenting these to me right now, and I have to choose, I'm definitely choosing the 88 Max PSA 10.
Okay. So be curious to see what other folks thought if they would take the downtown or if they're sticking with Logan on the Max.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. That's what this whole segment is about. Is getting your opinion and getting your interaction with the show.
Exactly. Yes. Please comment. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, next segment, the Connor Zilisch incident. And we've seen some stuff like this before, but you have to go in the Wayback Machine. And I don't know about you. I was watching that and I saw, I'm the old guy, right? So it's like, and having worked at a few different places and just loss prevention and the slipping and the whatever and the spill kind of a thing. And I saw that window net. He went the wrong way, dropped it out instead of in. He had issues when he tried to step up there, so I knew that foot wasn't in sound footing. And I'm like, oh. And then when he went down, I'd I had dislocated my shoulder when I was a teenager, so I was all kinds of cringing. And I'm like, please let him not have gotten a concussion because he looked like he fell um,
Yeah, I thought he
awkward.
might have a head injury.
And I'm like, going from it's just it was. I'm just so glad he always got his broken collarbone. So
Yeah, he went from the highest of highs right there, literally, to the lowest of lows in more ways than one.
yeah, and then the fact that because protocols basically leave him alone. EMT coming in uh, and putting on the brace, put him on a backboard. Because they don't know with limited movement, so it wasn't like he gets up and goes da da, right? So it's like, all right, don't move. So then it just kind of compounded it, like everybody's wanting to know how he's doing. So
Yeah, and then of course they they went to a like a plethora of commercials. I mean, it was like commercial, commercial, commercial. I mean, it was like, wow, how long is it going to be before we get back to the coverage to see how he's doing? And then you come back, and then the announcers are like, "Oh, I hope he's okay. We don't know what's wrong. We haven't heard anything." I mean, they were acting like he was freaking dead.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
because
come on. I mean, I know you want to be concerned, and I was very concerned. Don't get me wrong, because I don't want to see. I've had more than my fair share of mountain bike crashes, and they hurt. And what he did, what happened to him, hurt, and it hurt him badly. But I mean, you don't have to act like the poor guy is dead. And I mean, if you're just tuning in right then, and you hear those guys talking, you think he's dead. I mean, that
Yeah.
was my opinion on what I was listening to. It's like, dang. But he luckily he was okay, and it was just a collarbone. But
Well, protocol, like I said, they had to put neck brace on him, I'm sure, and did put him on the backboard,
mhm,
and nobody was talking, and nobody would know anything until they got him to the hospital, and then started examining him and either X-rays or CAT scans, and
I'm sure they did some
everything
CAT
else.
scans on him right off the bat. Um, but I mean, I'm glad he's okay. Um,
But this is
yeah,
kind of a reminder of how fast things can change with something, because we've seen those kinds of celebrations for how many years?
I've been watching. Okay, when I first started watching NASCAR when I was a kid, it was on Wide World of Sports, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and you would get like a 15, 20 minute highlight reel basically of a race, and they would show only like the big races like Daytona or something like that. So I was aware of Richard Petty. I kind of became a Richard Petty fan because it seemed like every time they would show the Wide World of Sports, he was winning. So I've been watching it since then, and then of course once ESPN picked it up and picked up not the entire, they didn't have the entire schedule, but they had the majority of the schedule in the early '80s. Then that's when things really exploded, and that's when my interest peaked. So I've been watching it. I guess my point is, I've been watching it all these years. I have never, ever seen anything like that in Victory Lane ever.
Yeah, I would have, expected maybe when Carl Edwards is doing the backflips off the car, like, oh, but everything luckily was fine. And then they got some publicity they didn't want. It was on ABC Worldwide News Monday. They were
Mm,
showing that, so that was something I'm sure NASCAR didn't want to see. And I think it came down maybe today that no more of those celebrations.
no more jumping up on top of the car.
Yeah,
So
well,
much.
good.
I was going to say so much for Carl Edwards coming back and doing backflips.
Yeah, and I can kind of see it because you have somebody who was winning as much as he was, and he's basically going to be the future of the sport. And for something like this happen and jeopardizing, you know, maybe the season, maybe a few races, we don't know. But again, it's kind of all looks like it could have been just one of those preventable things. So
So I guess what we're really alluding to here is Connor Zilisch cards have been going way, way up. I mean, going way up.
it's not even a
I don't even think it's a linear curve. I think it's like vroom. So anyway, um, we're putting it out there to you guys, and we're going to talk about it. Does this affect his card prices, short term, long term? I mean, I think it's going to affect his card prices short term. I think some people are going to go, oh, he may not come back. I'm going to sell them cheap. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. So there's a lot of unknowns, and I guess when you have something like that, when he was in um when he was racing in junior motorsports, they had that equipment, and they were you know knocking out the wins there, and so now we can have a pause. He's got plate, screw, his collarbone to heal that, make it heal faster, I guess, and not break or whatever. I've never broken my collarbone. My wife broke her collarbone when she was a kid. She says it's still very sensitive to stuff. So I don't know what that does in the future for him if he has the same kind of thing in the car, strapped in. So everything's not the same that it was before. He will not be the same. There might be a little deviation, might be big deviation. So I don't know. Um, you
Yeah, we
know,
don't know.
how many races can he finish this year? He's going to a whole new team next year. He's going to have different equipment. So, what's the financial thing? A few past results, no guarantee of future results, kind of a thing. Um, so I think it's going to be different. I think this kind of maybe puts a little damper on some of that trajectory, but I think we've kind of seen, like, that rocket going straight up. It's got a little bit of a stall there with those prices. They can only go so much because people opened Dunruss, right, and they were like, bam, 20 out of what was we saw them, right, $300 for out of 25 for autos and stuff.
Yeah,
So I mean, granted, he hasn't. He's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he wins the championship or not in Xfinity because I can't remember the last time we saw somebody win Rookie of the Year and championship in the series. I think Tiger was Rookie of the Year one year, and then he won the championship the next following year. We have a few examples of that. So, even if he was still racing and he was winning more races, I still don't know that trajectory. I think we'd still get some stall and we have some drop. Now I don't know if the drop's going to be as big or not, depending on how long he's out. But again, out of sight, out of mind. But
yeah.
the collectors are fickle.
Yes, they are. But this is a little bit different than stick and ball sports. Because um, he may be out for a little while, and it seems like when stick and ball sports, when it's not the season, card prices, at least traditionally they used to go down. It seems like that's not happening as much as it used to. But I think you're going to see a dip in his card prices. Um, I think long term, I think he'll regain it if he performs well. And it's like what you said, now with his shoulder being strapped in, is that going to hurt him? Is it, will he be thinking about that while he's driving? Going, oh, we don't know. We have no idea how this is going to affect him long term. Although we do know SVG has a plate and screws, and look at him. So, if that's any indication of what might happen, who knows?
Yeah, and I don't know the time frame where SVG is, from when he broke his collarbone to current day. So, but then again,
Right,
does somebody come along that captures the collector's interest, and then everybody turns away from Zillage until he, does something again? Maybe something happens with Cup. Somebody gets hot and draws more interest over there. I don't know. Um, Maybe there's another hot rookie, but it's always risky when you're collecting current players. I think we
yes,
talked about it before. When you're collecting legends, they've stopped. Either they've passed or they've retired. There's less likely of on track stuff or possibly day to day if somebody gets a DWI or whatever. So
right.
uh, so I guess nobody has a magic ball, but there's a few different scenarios and that can happen. So if you just think it's can happen, it can. We've seen it with um, I don't say domestic. I won't say domestic violence, but more domestic spats and stuff with spouses and name calling and other stuff. And that's just kind of some of that life. And I know NASCAR does a really good job of stifling all that
Yes, they do.
with their PR machine. That's one of the differences between I think NASCAR and some of the other sports, the stick and ball sports. NASCAR's got its has its controls over the I don't say what the press. How would you call it? I know you've been watching this stuff longer than I have, but
Well, yeah, yeah. Just the media outlets, the media, just the media in general, whether it be print or you know television or whatever. But yeah, you don't. Those things seem to be depressed. These incidents. You hear about them for about the first week, and then it's like you really don't hear about it, and it's like everything, like you said before, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Once you don't see or hear about it, you don't think about it anymore, and you forget about it. Because we were talking earlier. in the green room about Kurt Busch, and you had already forgotten that he unfortunately got caught for drunk driving back in, I think it was April or something,
24, I think you said,
August of
yeah.
last year. But I guess it's been about a year ago. But you you don't hear anything about it anymore. And I like Kurt Busch. You know what he did was wrong because somebody could get hurt, but or killed. But that just goes to show you that even you had forgot about that, and you live this stuff every day. So you're right about the NASCAR machine. But yeah, getting back to card prices, I think we're going to see a dip, and we're going to see a dip for probably the next few weeks. Um, and it all depends on what's going to happen with him. He's got 2 weeks or about 10 days to kind of start healing before Daytona. Here's what I think is going to happen, and you can say what you think is going to happen, Val. But I think the best case scenario for him is he will start the car in Daytona, and then somebody else will come in. Whether it's a Chase Elliott or a Kyle Larson or somebody else will come in and finish the race for him. Then once the championship comes, maybe we might see the same thing on the first race or so. But I think past that, the championship is ultra important. So he is going to be in that car one way or another. He has a great chance. He's got a lot of points, built up, a lot of playoff points built up to help pad him through these things and propel him to the final four. Um, so we'll see. But I think he's going to be back in the car sooner than you think. That's my opinion. And I think when that happens, you're going to start seeing you're going to see it go down, but then you're going to see it go back up. So that's my. So what do you think?
Yeah, so I was looking at the numbers here. Connor has 36 playoff points. Second, Justin Allgaier has 23 playoff points, and then it drops quickly with Sam Mayer with 8, Brandon Jones
Right?
8, Sammy Smith 7. So he has a lot of playoff points, and where I'm going with this is that the front end of the playoffs, if he can make it back, start the car, somebody starts the car for him, and they can have decent finishes. They don't need to win, and he comes back to his form for the middle round, later rounds of the playoffs, then I think he can do very well. And if he can perform, possibly win the championship. So the ultimate goal is rookie of the year and championship before he goes to cup level. So, but you know, again, we don't know the unknowns. So I liked your idea of the start to get those and then come in and switch out drivers because it happens. But in those later rounds, and he has enough, like I said, points to get him through. But then they're gonna have to perform. So
Yeah, I think I agree with you with most of that. I mean, do you think he's going to at least start Daytona, or you think that he may just skip Daytona all the way around because he's got enough points? Uh, what do you think about that?
I don't know, since that's like the first one back. Daytona is not the one you want to be in an accident on, especially with a broken collarbone.
Right.
So I would try to limit his time in the car in Daytona to
Mhm.
the least amount possible.
So yeah, so I mean, like I said, that's the best case scenario for him is starting the car and then somebody else finishing. The worst case is he just doesn't start the car at all, and he just loses those points because he's already locked into the playoffs.
Well,
So,
right, and the other one is if you come back too early, he has another accident, and he damages that at all, then he's kind of done.
yes, now that's very true.
So again, you're in a vehicle that could possibly crash, rattle, roll. Um, so there's high risk there. Uh, for God forbid, an unseen accident or something, whatever. And it doesn't have to be anything big, right? Just any kind of whack into the wall, I would imagine would jar you pretty good. I don't care what if you pull those screws out of your bone, uh, you know, the G forces of these guys in a crash. So
right.
it's risky. It's risky. So
So let's do this real quick. Let's compare Connor Zilisch as a hot rookie in NASCAR versus Connor Zilisch being a hot rookie in, let's say, football. You think his card prices will be exorbitantly more? I think so. I think his rookie card now, it's I don't even I honestly don't know what it's selling for. I don't keep up with the sale prices as much like that, but I would think that Connor Zilich's rookie card, if he was playing football and he was playing at this level like he is in NASCAR, his rookie cards would be $5,000-6,000 probably somewhere in there. I mean, that just goes to show you the difference between our sport and the stick and ball sports. So, with that being said, you know, I think his price dip, if he had something happen and he broke his collarbone in football, his prices would tank in other sports. Whereas in our sport, I think that the NASCAR collectors are smarter as far as when they do prospecting than the stick and ball prospectors. I mean, somebody comment, tell me I'm wrong, but I think that we keep it at a reasonable price level, and it doesn't drop as dramatically if something does happen. And I think that the NASCAR collectors are smarter in that regard. That's my opinion. I mean, what do you think about that?
the if it was a different sport, I was trying to look up some numbers here. We're at race 20. We just finished 23. He's got 5 to 7 wins here. I'm trying to find exactly
I think
how
he's got
many.
six, doesn't he?
So you're talking like a quarter. So I'm thinking if he was a football player, running back or something, and he had all these touchdowns or whatever,
Right.
the price would be crazy. It would basically be an Emmett Smith rookie year or something like that, right? And those cards would be thousands of dollars.
Hmm.
That and so if he ended up getting hurt, to your point, I don't know if they would go down, but there wouldn't be any buying, right? There'd probably be a
Well,
lot of selling. Maybe they would see, I guess, some of a dip if he was out for the season, went on IR. Then I think you would see a bigger dip. Right now, we're looking at the okay, he's going to miss a game or two, kind of a thing. So, but if he went and like re-injured and was out on IL for the rest of the season, then I think that would be a collapse of price.
yeah, I've just watched these um, collectors of these stick and ball sports with these cards. I've just watched the volatility of just if something happens to a player. I think it would tank, not completely to nothing, but it would go down significantly. It would probably lose, 56% of its value, if not more, if he was playing stick and ball sports.
So you got have a little bit of psychology in here as well. You have the people who have bought it, they're trying to flip it. I think the folks trying to flip it and maybe are more in tune with what's going on. They might flip it for a loss to get out. Other people, they might have bought it at the higher end and they don't want to take the loss, so they're just gonna hold on to it
Ride
and
it
wait.
out.
And what I have a, it's not the same thing, but I was thinking of the Earnhardt, the fake Earnhardt. I got a K into it, and I'm waiting to sell it for a K. I'm not, taking the loss, whatever. And it's just like a psychology type thing. Um, if you like, I have stuff that I bought, some F1 stuff or whatever for $5, and now they're like $1. Well, I can ride that out, and you see if it comes back to five or not. You know, but it's different than that from 5K. So like I said, that's part of that psychology of will I need to get out of it, free that money up to go spend it on something else, or you know what, I'll just wait it out.
Well, that's another big difference between what we do and what the stick and ball people do, because you have a lot of hype hype beasts out there, and you have a lot of investors. So It's just like the stock market for them. I mean, if something happens, like the Dow is down X number of points, and everybody's like sell, 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 whatever. That's what's happening with the stick and ball cards in those sports. Somebody has a bad, even it's even so bad as if they have a bad game. It's like, oh no, oh my God, what's wrong with him? Um, but we don't have that here because we don't have people investing. I think we have a more core group of collectors versus people hyping it and people investing. And maybe if we had the people investing, maybe we would see a higher price card and we would see it tank more.
Well, the folks that are going to sell, I was just thinking, right? So we have Donruss out, and people busting Donruss, and when they hit that Zillage out of 25 or whatever. It's like, I want to get rid of it, and possibly, buy more wax or whatever. But they're just trying to turn some of that stuff. So when Select comes out, and that's going to be in 2 weeks, and Zillage might be back, he might not be right on the cusp. You open that up, and bam, you hit a Zillage Gold. you know, you want to flip it, sell it, and to turn it into cash. You can buy something else you want because you're not an Zillage guy, or you pick them up. So we do have maybe some investor type stuff. When you open a box, it's the luck of the draw. So
This
and
is
you wanna
true.
and you wanna sell while it's hot, or like me, it's like, oh, it's hot, I'm gonna keep it, and I keep it too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, but mine are usually the uh,
Well,
but if
that's
you
why I collect and I don't worry as much about the prices because
well,
if
yeah, because
something
if
goes
you
down, it does. If it goes up, it does. I don't care.
yeah, but you do want to buy stuff though and hope that it goes up, even though if you're not going to
Well,
sell
yeah,
it. So, I mean, if you're buying Zillage or whatever, so
yeah. That's
um,
that's a side effect of collecting. You kind of want it to appreciate some, but it's like what Dr. Beckett says. I've said it before. Slow and steady wins the race. We don't want that meteoric price go up, and because it can just meteorically crash into the ground and leave a crater.
and I was talking about, originally when we talked about it, like Zillage stuff was so hot that it was not even at an angle; it was like straight up, and so we were getting. I could see some of the stall prices there with Dunruss being open in and out of 25, $300 and hitting the slingshot. And, folks are basically, hey, send me your big offer for the slingshot, or, for Zillage stuff. So, or the
Yeah.
downtown Zillage, you know, send me your offers.
Yeah, I mean, we could beat this horse to death. The bottom line is we don't know what's going to happen, but we can, like I said, it's kind of fun to speculate what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a few things, one of a few things, and we'll find out. And that's what's so great about sports, right? Nobody could have predicted this, had this on their bingo sheet.
No,
6-time winner and falls off the roof, and it's just, maybe it was a one-time winner or whatever, but it was a fluke thing, and um,
yeah,
hated to see it, but I'm glad he's okay. And I will see, what he's got on his side is that he's 19 years old, and
yeah.
he'll heal fast. So
Well, I see a Life Alert sponsorship in his future.
I don't know if you saw, but when he went in for surgery, that he got, the hospital band, and then he got another band. It was bright yellow, fall risk.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I
So
felt
yeah, Connor Zilisch, he'll quick get back out there and kick the field's butt. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, and everybody in the garage will be busting his chops for the next 5-10 years.
It's going to take him a long time to live this one down, no doubt.
Yes, sir. So, all right.
All right.
I think that's all we have for tonight. Other than King's Court, if you're ready for that.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
Alrighty then. I just ate some more Imperial margarine. All right, so let's get going with this week's King's Court. We're going to start out with honorable mention number 1. This is on the 8th of August. Stingray Rob. Be a Stingray car. Stingray Rob, RC signature. And you know what?
What?
We love gold. There you go. It's a gold 1 of 1 PSA Mint 9 2024 Parkside NTT IndyCar. They're asking $395 for this bad boy, and it went for $200.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think that's actually probably a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's a nice looking auto, nice looking card.
Yeah, and he has a great signature too. It's not no scribble, which we like. And I like how he does. See how he does his R. He
Yes.
actually has a break in that. I
Yep.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did notice that. That was nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's gold and it's graded. So there you go. It's a win-win-win.
I was looking at here the 101. Yep. Yes, sir. Very nice.
Cool card, man. I think whoever got it should be very happy to get it for $200. All right. Next up, honorable mention number 2. This is on the 11th of August, 2025. Panini Donruss Racing Chase Elliott downtown. SSP case hit Hendrick, it says. This card went out for bidding, believe it or not. Somebody had faith in bidding, and it landed at $328 with 14 bids. I like that card. I like it a lot. It's actually the color choices that Panini used. I think it's a stunning looking card.
Yeah, Dawsonville.
Yep. Have you ever been to Dawsonville?
I have been.
It's a cool little place. I like it. Have you ever been to the pool hall?
I have not been past it. I went more to the museum that's downtown.
Okay. The Georgia
Yeah,
Racing Hall of Fame.
Racing Hall of Fame. Yep.
But yeah, this is a great card, man. I think that's a fair price for that. And, you know, Chase Elliott is the most popular driver in our sport. So you can expect his card prices to be, similar to that as well.
But to your point, I think they did a great job with the photo and the colors. That yellow and blue with the Napa blue looks good. Did a good job. Good price too.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a cool card. I'm hoping maybe I'll get lucky enough to hit a downtown or a slingshot or something. I bought. I've got 11 boxes of Donruss. I bought at the National, so I got a lot of boxes to open up. But that'll make good content. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Maybe.
All right.
All right.
So next up is our Joker of the Week. This is on the 8th of August. 1911 Auto Drivers T36 Francis Ziz, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I may have that wrong, but it says Mecca Cigarettes Factory number 30, because that is a variation. This card also went out for bidding and ended at $415 with 14 bids, just like the other card. These things have really gone up, and that card actually looks pretty nice. That's back when you had the mechanics driving with you in case your car broke down.
Yeah, it was a little different back then.
Yeah, it was. That tells you about the dependability of vehicles back then. When you have your mechanic driving with you. But these things have gone up because I can remember when I could find them, which was very rare, because I was asking for these things years and years ago. I'd especially go to the non-sports guys at the National, but when I could find them, you could get them for like $40-50 a piece for ones that would probably grade, PSA 3-ish, and that's probably what this will be. It'll probably be like a 3 to a 4, because I can't see any creases in it. But look at the prices now. I know Ken collects these, and I know that he hates to see these things get hyped up, but it's unfortunate, but they have been. But it is odd because you don't see them that much, although we've seen a lot of them lately, it seems like, because I know there for a long, long time before they got hot, you didn't see them. uh, but still a pretty cool card. What do you think?
Yeah, I love those. To your point, used to see them for 30, $40. Now I wish I would have picked them up. But, you know, they're 100 years old, over 100 years old. And I think people are starting to, buy some of that vintage stuff. And when, pandemic and everything else, so they're kind of snatching them up. And folks are building these sets. They're great looking cards. I love the old artwork on them. So,
Yeah, they are stunning, and there's some of them. They have the different color backgrounds and things, and they're really nice looking cards. The one I'm looking for is oh crap, I can't think of his name now. He's the guy that the first man to do 60 miles an hour. That was his claim to fame.
oh, started with an O. Oh man, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank, but I don't have that card. I certainly would like to get it.
He's got a
Uh,
grandstand named for him in Daytona.
Barney Ofield.
Thank you.
He does, yeah, Barney Ofield. I have his autograph. In fact, I have a couple of his autographs. He signed a bunch of postcards at the 1933 World's Fair, and he signed them in green ink. And I've been lucky enough to find them. I've actually found them at like postcard shows, believe it or not, and got them for like 10, $15. I mean,
Nice.
it's crazy. But yeah, the cool card. It's a cool set. I hate to see that they've gotten so expensive, but still kind of they're kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't know. There's two different backs on them. I don't know which one is which, but
Yeah, you got the Mecca cigarettes, and then you've got the Hassan
yeah.
backs,
So, all
and
right,
then
let's keep it.
there's some different factories too. That's why he called out factory number 30.
Oh, okay.
So there are some variations. All right. So moving on to our Jack of the Week. It's our young driver. This is on the 10th of August. Go figure who this is. Connor Zilisch Donruss 2025 Signature Series, number 19, his age of 25. They were asking $399.99 for this bad boy. And somebody picked it up for only, I'll say only, $300.
Well, there you go. I like the way it looks. I like those signature series with that blue.
I do too. It's a great looking card.
It's a good signature, and it's
Yep.
got the sticker over the sticker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got, we're getting stuck with stickers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool card. And he has I won't say his autograph is great, but I will say that it's better than most. We'll just leave it with that.
And how much did you say that guy sold for?
$300.
$300. Okay, so one of 400 got 300, and that was after the race.
Yeah. So maybe somebody was scared and people were scared. Oh, I don't know if I want to buy it or not, but who knows? I'll still buy it.
There you go. All right.
I have confidence, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up's our Queen of the Week. This is on the 9th of August. 2024 Panini National Treasures Tony Breidinger, auto number 5 of 5 with a laundry tag patch on it. That's cool. Somebody was asking a lot of money for this, $599.99, but it sold for $300.
Oh, all right.
So for Tony B, that's a 5 of 5, and that's National Treasures. That is on card. So I think there's a premium for that.
Well, I think the laundry tag is it? I don't know about. Well, they're all on card, but
Yeah. Oh no, I like the laundry tags too. I think those are cool. But it is Tony B. I sure would love to see her get into, get away from ARCA. And I say don't even go to trucks. Just stick her in Xfinity and see what happens.
totally agree with you. Because when you were saying that, I was like, yep, just go straight to Xfinity.
Well, we saw what happened to Haley Deegan. I think the change, because she did great in ARCA, and then she goes to the trucks, which is a totally different beast. And I think that derailed her some, and part of that is it derailed her confidence.
Well, she changed teams, stuff like that. Like I'm gonna go with Ty Gibbs. He went from Akra straight to Xfinity.
And he kept on trucking.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
All right, let's keep going, man. Next up is our King of the Week. This was on the 10th of August, 2025 Donruss Racing. Here we go again. Connor Zilisch, downtown insert number CZ, asking $799.99 for this bad boy. And somebody said, I'll do $500. And they
Wow.
took it. So, pretty cool card there. We talked about this card last week, and it's a nice looking card. I love the colors on that too. I mean, even though it's like a grayish color, it's still really, to me, it pops with the autumn leaves and the orange and the blue in the background. I think it's a really nice card.
Yeah. Wow. $500.
Yeah, $500. That's going out there. I'll tell you. Now, if the prices go down and they're a couple $100, I'll be buying some of those. So, but yeah, really cool card. I like it a lot. All right. So next up is our ace of the week, which is our 1 of 1, and it was on the 12th of August, 2022 Donruss Optic Racing. Kyle Larson, number 91, checkerboard auto, 1 of 1. They were asking $995 for this card, and it went for $500. This is
Wow.
2022 Donruss.
Oh yeah, 2022.
Yeah, so this has been a few years ago, but that's really that's a nice looking card too. It's so shiny.
That it is, right? And it's the retro, 81 Donruss.
Yeah, it's got that 81 Donruss feel to it. Yep, for sure. But it is Kyle Larson. He hasn't been doing so good here lately. He's had a lot of weird things happen to him, and like it was it what?
Since
Yeah,
Indy.
yeah. He just hasn't done worth a hoot, man. He's just I don't know what's happened to their team. I mean, they've gone sour at the wrong time of the year. They're going to have to pick it up if they're going to try to get that championship.
Yeah, they have to get hot at the right time.
Yeah. Well, we asked Tony Stewart about that. But anyway, cool card, man. I love it. So I guess let's keep on moving on here. Next up is our Royal Flush of the Week. It's our highest priced card. It was on the 12th of August. Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty, 1992 Trax A1 Dual Auto, PSA 9 for the card, and the autos are a 10. They were asking $1,943 for this card, and they took a best offer of $1,000, which I think is right in line with probably where this card should be. I mean, you got two 7-time champions there on one card. The autos look pretty good. That's it. You look at that auto, Val. That's kind of that more scrunchy Earnhardt autograph.
Yeah,
You know, you know
it's
what I mean?
I consider out of the three, you have that one we had seen the other week, and then this one, and then there's one similar to this where he brings down the end down and underlines his last name. So, but it's a nice. They're nice looking autos. Of course, Richard Petty never disappoints.
No, he never does disappoint. He's still signing. You can send to him right now to his museum. He'll sign it, and you'll get it back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Make sure you send them in this year.
Yeah, I need to send some more. But anyway, a great card. That's an iconic card. It's definitely a NASCAR glamour card. I wouldn't call it a Mount Rushmore card, but I would definitely call it a NASCAR glamour card. And I would also call it one that uh, I would say most NASCAR collectors probably have on their want list if they don't have it.
Yeah, it's a great card, and buying it already authenticated kind of takes some of that guesswork out of it. And $1,000, I think that's probably in line.
Yep,
It's a mint card, 10 auto, two 7-time champions. Hard to beat. It's a great one.
yep. So that's it for King's Court this week. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. That was awesome. All right.
All right, I'm gonna throw out the hashtags real quick.
Yes, good. We'll wrap it up.
Hashtag it's so shiny. It's so shiny. And hashtag we love gold. there you go. Hashtag PSA 10 and hashtag Ty freaking Gibbs. He's got to win sometime.
He's due. He's due.
He is due.
So again, thanks for everybody for watching and listening to the show. If you made it this far, please leave comments for the show. We would appreciate it. Let us know how you like the new segment and any of the segments, and positive, negative feedback. And I don't know what else to do. Ask for. So hopefully you enjoyed the show. We will see you next week.
Tell a friend.
Yeah, tell 2 friends.
And so on and so on.
Yeah. So yeah, you go to the card show. Make sure you let everybody know about NasCard Radio.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, we would. So, but for me and Logan, we are out of here. We will catch you next week. Okay, bye.